And so like these non-believers who don't like understand the whole picture, but they still want to like say stuff to us, like discouraging things, it like really pisses me off. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video podcast. This is Misa.
This is Yuka.
And welcome to the
Misa Yuka podcast.
Yay, welcome back. We are so excited for you to be back. Okay. Well, anyways, it's been becoming like fall.
Yeah, it's been chilly in Japan.
Yeah.
It's starting to be like next week it's going to be pretty chilly.
Chilly?
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I really like summer. I'm gonna miss summer.
Yeah, but you'll fall in love with fall. Yeah, it's gonna be like in the 20s, like low 20s.
Wow, I'm really excited.
Celsius.
So let's all get ready for fall, and we also have a really cool, juicy topic today. So we want to
juicy.
Yeah, it's very juicy. So today we want to talk about like how we first started like content creation. We're still really starting.
Yeah.
And like how we felt, how we feel right now, like some of like our struggles, like what we're going through every day.
Yeah.
Because we've had multiple incidents lately with like a lot of our like not our like I mean our
like our surroundings.
Yeah, our surrounding people, like some of the non-believers, I guess, that we shall call them.
Non-believers of like YouTubers.
Yeah.
Like they think like, oh, YouTube is not a job.
Yeah.
It's a full-time
It's a full-time job. And like it's a full-time job, like even for like really small creators like us. So like
it's more than a 9 to 5.
It is more than 9 to 5, definitely. Like you're thinking about it like all the time.
24 hours.
Yeah. And so we're just gonna like be talking about everything about creation because there's a lot of creators now.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people doing like video creation, and it's also like we're one of them too. So I thought it was like a cool content.
Yeah,
because we don't really see that much.
Yeah,
like
that's
a raw
true.
talk, you know. But
and I think it'll be like interesting for people who would want to start creation.
Yeah. I think so.
Because like some people think that like creation is like or YouTube won't last.
Yeah.
So what is the point of starting now or like, you know, other like creations?
Right. Yeah, people think that like YouTube's going to end soon, but it is definitely going to be like the biggest platform in 10 years.
Yeah.
In 10, 20 years, it's going to be really, really like even bigger.
I think it'll be even bigger.
Yeah, even like the biggest, you know, creator like Mr. Beast, you know, says it. And he's been doing it for like 10 plus years, like 15 years or something, right?
Yeah.
Or 10 years, 10 plus years. So, yeah. Like YouTube is like growing.
So you can still get on
You
can still ride the wave.
Yeah, the best time to start is like today.
Now.
Yeah. So we're just gonna be like talking about if you're like interested in like content creation, like maybe you can like, you know, take what we talk about into consideration. Like it's like never negative. Like we love creating, you know. It's like it's my passion, and I think like it's a lot of people's passions. Like a lot of content creators actually don't really do it for the money, I think.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the creators I talk to, they just really love creation, and they love the creativity and like being an independent creator.
Right.
It really holds a lot of power. So yeah, a lot of like creator friends that I have now, like I see that they don't really do it for the money. They do it really solely for the creation and like, you know, building their own world because it's crazy like now that we can do that.
Yeah.
Right? It's so amazing. Like I want to like tell you a story like because
wait, but we have to start off with like how you can tell me the story later.
Okay. I'll tell the story to you guys later.
Yeah.
Later in this 40-minute podcast.
Yeah. So let's start off with like how you started creation because you started it before.
Yeah, so I started creation. When did I start creation? Like it feels
It's
like a
like,
long time ago.
but it's only like a year and a half
Yeah.
ago, right?
Yeah,
Almost 2 years ago.
a year and a half ago actually. Yeah. I
Okay.
started like I posted my first like YouTube video like a year and a half ago. So like last March,
Mm-hmm.
like 2022 March.
Right.
Yeah.
What like made you want to post something on YouTube?
Yeah, so like before my first like YouTube post, like I was like doing that pageant contest, like Miss
Right.
Japan. Yeah, so I was in this like pageant little pageant contest. And like it was during COVID, so like we
Mm-hmm.
didn't really have any like offline like auditions or
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
offline and the shinsa, like offline like
Like application system?
no, like just like offline meetup stuff for like the
Oh,
whole
like
process.
audition?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we had to make like videos. Like we had to make YouTube videos. And then
Right.
like they would judge by like how many views you got, like how many likes you got, and like how many people subscribed to their channel through
Mm-hmm.
your video. So like that's how I first got into like long form video
Mm-hmm.
creation. And I've always kind of like was been have been like had been interested in making YouTube videos, but I've never got the chance to do it because it actually takes a lot of like energy to like start making YouTube videos because like
Right.
there's already like really good videos, right,
Mm-hmm.
out there, and like there's already like really big YouTubers out there.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're first starting, you're like, oh shoot, that's like a big wall, like a big
Right.
hurdle that you have to overcome
Mm-hmm.
in order to like post your first video. I saw it like that. So I never had the chance to, but like joining that contest, I had to make 5 videos. So like I was like excited.
Mm-hmm.
So I like bought like Final Cut Pro and like
Right.
myself, and I was like watching a lot of YouTube videos. Like I took the whole like I pulled an all-nighter, which I've never done.
Mm-hmm.
Like not never, but like in
Yeah, that's
college,
not
like
true.
yeah, in college, like I wouldn't like pull as many
Mm-hmm.
all nighters, but so yeah, so I like pulled an all nighter to like create my first video. I was like searching up like different effects, like how like YouTubers make it really YouTubey,
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I like submitted my first video, and like when people saw it, like a lot of my friends and like parents liked it, and like a lot of like I got a lot of like good response
Mm-hmm.
from that, like reactions from that. So I was like, oh, this is really cool. I'm gonna make
Mm-hmm.
my second one. And then I made my second one, and then my third one, and all the way to I think actually the sixth. I made 6.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, so that was like when I first got in. But I actually like didn't make it to the very final round of that Miss Japan like
Right.
pageant contest. But I was like, wow, YouTube creation, like video creation was so much fun. I think this is it.
What was fun about it?
I think it's because like I got to because like this is a story. So like
Oh, the
since
story.
since I was like very young, like I
Mm-hmm.
guess like second grade,
Mm-hmm.
I had this like whole dream. Like not like my whole goal was like, okay, in the future, I'm gonna have a job where I can like pull all my talents together
Mm-hmm.
to create something.
Okay, as a second grader.
Yeah, as a second grader,
As a
I
second
remember
grader,
it.
that's like a very like I don't know, a wise second
Oh
grade.
yeah,
Don't you think so? Because like in second grade, you're only thinking about like lunch. What's for lunch? You know?
yeah, second, but I had that
I'm
like
gonna pull in all my talent.
yeah, I had my like
It's so
that
crazy.
mindset like
Uh-huh.
throughout high school too.
Yeah.
So like if um like this one like parent, like my friend's like mom asked me like what I wanted to become
Mm-hmm.
like in the future, and she's like, "Do you want to be a doctor or a lawyer?" And I was like, "Well, are those like the only 2 options?" Like because like I'm trying to like pull all of my talents to create something in the future. I'm gonna be like I didn't know the word entrepreneur, but
Right.
I really didn't. I was like, what is that? So I found out about that word in college. But I
Mm.
think yeah, I think like I wanted to become like a creator or like a creative
Mm-hmm.
person and still make like business, like money out of it. I think I essentially just wanted to do something that I really loved. And people like say that is like such a dreamy goal. You
Yeah.
know, like, oh, like you have to do stuff that you don't want to do. You
Yeah.
know, like that is just like you're just being too idealistic.
Mhm.
But I am an idealist, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna stay like that.
I'm gonna stay
Stay like that, literally. So I'm like, okay, if 1%, only 1% can do what they love, I'm gonna be that 1%. You
Yeah.
know, like, you have to think like that.
Yeah.
Like,
You really
okay,
do.
yeah. So I'm like, okay.
And then here's where the non-believers come
Yeah,
in.
the non-believers. The non-believers
These are the
are like
99% that don't make it. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's how I like, was like thinking.
As a
So
second grader, no,
yeah,
right?
from second grade.
From second.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So yeah,
crazy.
when I like first like, yeah, that's what I really liked about like YouTube creation, because like you can really, really kind of make your own world out of it. The hardest thing though, it's like is to decide what you're gonna make a video about.
Right.
That is like the hardest thing, I think.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So like I think that's
like
the hardest
I
part.
remember you were struggling with like
Mhm.
what kind of content to make.
Mhm.
Like you want to create your own world, but you also want to make something that's useful for like the audience. And then as like a bilingual, you're like, well, I can speak 2 languages.
Yeah.
So who am I targeting?
Yeah.
The Japanese people or the like
the
the
global
global audience?
Yeah.
And then I feel like you were doing a lot of like, testings.
Yeah.
Trying different things out.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but throughout that, like I would make like how to make mac and cheese, or like,
that whole process.
how to make, oh yeah, please like go back to my earlier videos. I look so different, and also like it's like they're really funny, stupid videos.
But they were really funny.
Yeah.
Like if you look back to it,
It's
like
so funny.
It's like, yeah, it's really funny.
It's really funny. I still go back to my videos
Yeah.
when I'm feeling down, and I'm like, wow, like I had the guts to like, I had the guts to like make that kind of video.
That's true. But I mean, it's so useful. Like from your mac and cheese video, I made mac and cheese. And it was really good. So, I mean, that was useful.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that's like the creation part is like the part that I love the most, but I also hate the most.
I think the brainstorming is like
the
hardest.
That's why like where you come into play, Yuka.
That's where I come into play.
Yuka's like the brain.
The brain.
No,
we do the brain together.
Yeah.
But
actually, yeah. Because like we have like very different enough brains that when we combine the 2 brains, we get a better brain. We make a great brain.
Make a great brain together.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I like first started.
Yeah. But with like 2 brains, seriously, like I feel like this is why like group YouTubers like I feel like they don't struggle as much as like single YouTubers.
Right. Because like there's more people to talk to
think, like, bounce off ideas.
And to celebrate with. Like it's like so
yeah, that's true.
Because like when I was just like doing YouTube kind of alone, and like you were still working, I was like, well, like even if I like grow a lot, like I would just celebrate it with me and like my subscribers. But it'd be really great if I have like a whole team or like other people to celebrate with. Like even if like family always like really supportive, it's like really good. It's really nice. It's a nice feeling to have when you're like doing it with like a group of people.
Yeah. It's wholesome
that you vibe with. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. Do you like creation so far?
I do. I feel like our whole family is very creative.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm like the least creative in our family. Like I felt so bad as a kid.
But like look how much like you've grown.
Yeah.
With like video creation, I feel like you're the best right now.
Oh, thank you. In the family. In the family. No one does it.
Yeah, but remember we used to have like a cheer dance
Oh yeah.
team,
Hmm.
and that's where we would mix music.
Yeah, we would
We're
mix
like
music. We're like
DJs.
DJs.
and then
DJs.
um and then we would make choreography
Yeah. Those were such fun
and
times.
yeah.
And I think I was still like 14.
Yeah.
I think I first started creating choreography when I was 13.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah, this is so cool."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then like when we were in high school, we would DJ like mix music
Yeah.
and create like a whole
Like a
like
whole
show,
set,
yeah,
like
whole
a whole
show. Yeah,
performance.
for the Dodgers Stadium,
Yeah, and stuff like that.
stuff like
So,
that.
like from like music creation,
Yeah,
kind of we went into video creation.
creation.
It's very similar in a sense,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not really. It's similar but not really. Video creation, I think there's a lot more like storytelling and like
yeah,
more things to take into consideration
yeah,
and
definitely.
more creativity.
I think it's also like being like logical for
Mm.
creation, like video
Mhm.
creation, because like for like choreography and like like a set creation for like
Right.
cheerleading, like dance and stuff, it's more of like you work with like the people in front of you. So
Mhm.
we worked with like what 80 kids or something.
Mhm.
And I still do work with like kids to like for like dance and stuff, but I'm working with them kind of.
Mhm.
So it's only like what less than 20 people at a
Mhm.
time. But for like video creation, I think you have to be more logical with like what the search engine wants, or like what people are actually looking up, or what
Oh,
like or like the like what like strikes people's emotions,
right.
or like what do people actually want to watch, like those kinds of things you have to really take into consideration, and like what kind of like branding, what kind of color,
Yeah.
you know.
A lot of right, like dance choreography, that's more of like you being the artist.
Yeah,
And then video creation is more of a you're a
designer,
designer.
yeah.
You're actually thinking.
Yeah, you're really thinking. Like you
Yeah.
can't just be an artist, I think.
Yeah.
To become like a video creator, I think you have to have that like the logical
Yeah.
sense.
And in a sense, you really need to think about the user experience. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, what do they want to see?
Yeah.
What do they like, because like for YouTube, people come to YouTube to learn stuff
Yeah.
or like learn about you or learn about like to do something, I don't know. It's just like an
Or yeah,
information engine.
yeah, or to chill, to like
Yeah, to
find
chill too.
entertainment. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
So like trying to figure out what like your audience wants is kind of like hard.
Yeah, cuz like when I first started YouTube, I just wanted to I really loved like Emma Chamberlain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I loved her videos because it made me feel so comfortable.
Right.
And like she was like my internet friend kind of. Like she
Right.
doesn't like we have this parasocial relationship. So we were like just she's like my friend, you know?
Right.
So like I just wanted to
Mm-hmm.
like be the friend on the internet because I know people go through different things and stuff. So I just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to kind of be like hanging out with my camera,
Yeah.
you know, for like maybe 20 minutes a day or
Mm-hmm.
something, and then just like film and then edit and then post,
Right.
you know, so I can be people's friends on the
Mm-hmm.
internet. And people can come to my videos if they feel down, or like if they need like something to like just chill out,
Yeah.
you know. So that's how I like for like was like really taking like
Right.
YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But then like, you know, when you first start YouTube, your videos will not get any views. Like they will only get like, I don't know, 50 views.
Right.
50 views.
So how do people find you?
I don't know. Oh, so that's how I started like TikTok. You
Oh,
know,
right, right,
my
right.
friend, she is also helping with my videos right now too, like my short videos. She was like, oh, like you should definitely try out TikTok because
Mm-hmm.
you know those will get views and like that will get you a lot of exposure to like the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, let's try some. And I think like the very first video I made on TikTok was like a really original video
Mm-hmm.
teaching people like English, which like
Okay.
I kind of do right now on like
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. But from there I got into like lip syncing videos, and
Right.
that went like viral. So I was like, oh, like this is really cool. Like I'm getting like followers, like
Mm-hmm.
actual followers on TikTok and stuff. And then like that kind of led me into like more subscribers on YouTube, but
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't still, not like 100 thousands of people. It was just like a few thousands or
Right.
something, right? And then I was like, okay, posting the TikTok stuff on Instagram, and then like that kind of like went well, but it kind of like faded.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when I first then started like the English thing on Instagram, and that
Right.
was like literally this June, like
Right.
4 months ago, and I've been like doing that ever since. And like
Yeah.
my Instagram, like I'm growing slowly but surely. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of like different kinds of like journey,
Right.
unless you're really starting off like YouTube or like social media with a very firm concept and a
Mm-hmm.
very firm mission, or for like a business mission or something, or unless you're doing that, like I think like people will go through many different phases of like creating, because you never know like what you're always trying to like find yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and like I still don't know what I'm doing, and I still don't know like who I am.
But I feel like that's the beauty of it.
Conclusion, we're gonna finish the podcast.
No, I mean, like, it's like for you to, if you can like try new things,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah, it's so cool.
it's so cool that like you have the content
Uh-huh.
to edit that you can edit, and then you can like always try like different like types of edits,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh, maybe I like this style, maybe I want to try this style. It's like so flexible because it's your creation.
Yeah, like you're not like, you don't have to like ask your boss
Yeah,
to like, oh, can I try this? Can I
it's
try
like
this? It's like, no, you have to do
you
it. So
have
that's a
the
scary,
power.
yeah, that's a scary part. Like you have the power to do everything. So if you are like, I don't know, in a bad mood, or like in a discouraged mindset, then you don't produce stuff, then
Yeah.
nothing happens, and the world never knew that you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like in order to like really move
Mhm.
forward, you have to really try different things
Mhm.
and like post and like see how it all goes,
Yeah.
you know. So
It's kind of like every post I get excited.
yeah,
But
that's good.
until that like, post
Yeah,
is like this
death.
like death. No, seriously. But after I post, I'm like, I'm so excited to see how like the audience reacts.
Yeah, that's like the funnest part, I think.
And then it flops.
Yeah, and then it flops, and then your feeling gets hurt. And then you're like, oh no, this is the end of my life. No one liked my video.
Yeah.
But then like you're like, oh, it's fine. Like now it's like, that's fine. Another one's coming up.
Yeah.
Like just wait for it, And then you just like try to make your videos like better,
Yeah.
bits and
Mhm.
bits. But I still get like an identity crisis.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
I think the balance between like what you want and what the audience wants is like such a hard,
Yeah, such a
hard
hard
thing to grasp.
Yeah. But lately I'm kind of like, before I was like, okay, like, because like, how like Japanese creators, they're really like set on what they're creating.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, okay, we're gonna do a skit.
Mm-hmm.
And like they create skits, and like skits are really big, I think, like comedy skits.
Mhm.
Kind of. So like before I was like, oh, like, or like even on YouTube, like they have a whole like set, format, and like a whole set branding that they don't really, tangent off of.
Mhm.
So I was like taking it really seriously. But now I'm just like, I don't know, like just like being yourself is the best,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and then also like just talking about like how you think, how you feel
Mhm.
is really important. And that might help another person,
Yeah.
right?
That's true.
Like, so because you can really relate to that.
Yeah.
So like I was like, okay, why am I like, I have so many like thoughts in my mind. So it's like, why am I like holding everything back?
Yeah.
Because like that might actually
That's
help
true.
another person.
And also it's like it can also help another person, but
Mhm.
also it's like a great like diary for yourself.
Yeah, like all the stuff that you went through.
Yeah, it's like a great record, it's like an archive.
It's an archive of your life.
Yeah, of your life. And I think that's also beautiful. Yeah.
It's so funny like how you think
beautiful.
everything is beautiful. I think in Japanese you're like 素敵だと思う。素晴らしい。素敵. 素敵で
Yeah,
素晴らしいです
utsukushi.
ね。美しいですね。
Yeah, really. Like recently what I've been feeling is like you know how people say like vlogging is
Right. Dead?
yeah, it's like dead. Like no one
Uh-huh.
wants to like know about your life or
Uh-huh.
like you shouldn't vlog unless your life is really interesting,
Right.
right? But like I personally thought like, oh, I want to keep a record of like what my life was like when I was 25 and
Yeah.
like look back to it when I'm like 30, you know?
Right.
Like I want to do it for myself and I think like during the creation part, like I want to make it like very like a emotional video, you know? I
Yeah,
don't
I
know, it's
think
just
you'll
like
be really good at that. Like, you're so aesthetic. If I
like
do it, I think I'll be just recording a piece of banana.
I mean, but that's also interesting. Like, why was I recording a piece of banana when I was 25? You know? Like,
Because
yeah.
I love bananas.
And then you'll be like, oh, I'm 30, but I still love bananas. It's like a great record. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like the balance is hard to like find the balance between like
Right.
what you want and what the audience wants,
Right.
but ultimately you should strive for what you want
Yeah.
because it's your world.
I love like you're so wisdomy today. Like I love it. We should like we should compile quotes from Yuka, put it on Pinterest.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's like literally, it's like your like no one cares about you actually. So just like create your own world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel
No one's
lately.
actually looking at you. Like, even
Yeah,
in Tokyo, when we like walk the big Shibuya crossing,
yeah,
and there's
no
so
one
many
cares.
people, but no one's looking at
Yeah,
you.
and like seriously, no one
Yeah,
cares.
no one
They're
cares.
like we're really busy doing our own stuff, you know?
Yeah. No one's looking at you, but at the same time, these non-believers.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the non-believers.
Yeah,
Like we're like 30 minutes
the
in. Oh, we're not.
non-believe
Okay.
the non-believers really care about how we believe in stuff.
Yeah. I
You
don't like the
know.
non-believers. Okay, so lately we've been having like some friends or so-called
So-called friends.
friends, who are like kind of telling us like kind of like some discouraging things towards our content
Yeah.
and like our life just
Yeah,
in
I think
general.
it's like towards our
Our
life
life in
and how
general.
we're taking, I don't know. Yeah.
And how we're like how we have like quit our 9 to 5s
Yeah.
and like doing freelance jobs.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, YouTube is not a real job. Like, how are you getting the money and
Like, yeah,
stuff? Like,
how
are
are
your
you
parents paying for
for
your
your
life?
living?
Yeah.
Like,
No. What do you think
no.
we are? Like, we are not like having our parents pay for everything. We are
Yeah.
like working like behind the scenes. There's a lot of like time
Yeah.
that we also sacrifice because like we sacrifice like time for what we love to do,
Yeah.
and like we don't go out and drink or especially I don't and like
Yeah.
just go out like with
Like
friends and
every
stuff
week we don't like hang out with
with friends.
friends
Like
and
I
spend
think
a
like
lot of
that is like
money.
yeah, I think that's like a waste of time hanging out with friends. Just kidding.
But Japanese people do it like every week. Like it's like
Yeah, or like our
or
friends.
yeah, it's like a thing, you know? Like
Yeah,
the drinking culture and hanging out. I don't know.
I don't.
Hanging out culture is like everyone, but
Yeah,
um
but once you're like actually creating and like you're in that zone, like
like
I like seriously don't have the time to
yeah.
even like eat lunch.
Yeah.
you know? And so like these non-believers who don't like understand the whole picture, but they still want to like say stuff to us, like
Yeah.
discouraging things, it like really pisses me off.
Like they think that we just like create we like
We do it for fun.
yeah, we do it for
Of course we do it
I
for
mean, we do
fun.
it for fun.
Yeah.
But they don't know where else we're getting the income.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know, we're just very talented. No, just kidding.
No, like, cause I no, cause like this is what I've been thinking. Like since I got my job, like I've been like teaching a lot more,
Yeah.
like to like a lot of my followers now, like with like English stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I've been doing that like way before I started YouTube and like Instagram.
Right.
I've been doing that for like 5 years now. And so like I'm pretty like fairly good at it. So and
Right.
then people people are really happy with like
Mm-hmm.
the service I offer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing I'm really happy about. So I just like increased my like teaching time, and
Yeah.
I also like teach dance, and that has been like my dream too.
Yeah.
So like, and then I also create. So like, even if I am like earning like a lot or something, I would still do the same things because I really like the things that I do right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, so yeah, like since like I have like decided I'm gonna live differently,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, like I feel like all my time has been exchanged to like something that I really love, and it's like
Yeah.
and people are happy,
Yeah,
you
and it's
know,
more
with what I do.
fulfilling.
Yeah, that's why it's more fulfilling. And I would like not change anything.
Yeah, and like sometimes, yes, being a freelance, you may be poor, but like
Yeah, well, first.
at first,
Yeah.
but it's like, but you get to do what you love.
Yeah.
So,
And you're still like really starting off. So
yeah.
when you're
And
starting off, it's like I think it's such a big struggle, but you have to like go through that struggle in
yeah.
order to like reach another level of like,
Mhm.
achievement or like a sense of like fulfillment,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, so like YouTube, you can like we do it for fun.
Yeah, we do it like yeah, we definitely. But we also want to like, make it good and stuff for
Yeah.
the people who watch.
Mhm.
So like that's why
So we
like
take it seriously.
yeah,
But the non-believers think that we don't
don't
take
take
it
it serious.
seriously. Like it's not like a real job. And they keep asking me, so what do you do for a living?
Oh yeah,
It's
I think
like I
no, what do you
I
do for a
literally
living?
I just
Well, I
like
actually just eat. And yeah, I
yeah.
eat and uh, you know, I
Like
pee and poo for a living.
yeah.
And I breathe.
So like I get these questions so often that like now I'm just like I don't feel like I don't have to explain myself to anyone,
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Um I'll explain it when I feel like it, but like if I don't feel like it, I don't have to explain it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like so that's why I really like talk. Yeah, people ask me, so what is your like main source of income? I thought that was like a kind of like a rude question to ask,
Yeah, it's like a taboo.
isn't it? Yeah, like
Yeah.
one person like asked me the other day, I'm like, it's like I don't like what is your main source of income?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like there's these like people out there like asking weird questions to
Mhm.
us. And we just wanted to like vent about it. We just want to talk
Yeah.
about it
And then there was
because
like another one where it was like we've been like pretty busy.
yeah.
And then so our content creation was like we used to post like or we posted like 3 times a week one time, but then we
Yeah.
were like, oh, it's like kind of like burning us out or it burned me out.
Yeah.
So then we were posting like once a week.
Yeah.
And then now and then like this person was like you don't have like stocks, like video stocks, like what happened? And I was like, what happened? like like do you understand? I don't know, like I feel like just to take one video it takes a lot of effort and
Yeah.
like
And like a lot of
our
thinking.
mental and physical
Yeah, especially
strengths.
for like an introvert like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes like a lot.
like yeah, so um
I think like people just like don't really know what you're actually going through.
yeah.
Like if you're not actually in the field playing the game,
Yeah.
you know? So I think it's like um so yeah. I think like people like judge too quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which is fine. Like as long as we don't judge people, it's fine if people judge us, you know.
Yeah.
It's totally
So
fine.
Honestly, I've been in this like mode of like just watch me. Watch me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's so
it's
interesting.
fine.
Yeah, it's like really interesting, like how the non-believers, like, well, that means that they like, that they are actually kind of interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
it's fine.
Yeah, we just have to like kind of like do us, and then like kind of get your heads down, and you just have to like do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like if you're like in the bleachers, it's really easy, right? It's
Yeah.
really easy to like just like say stuff, you
Mhm.
know, like very like in a like a non-heartful
Right.
way. But like once you're like actually in the arena, like in the field, like playing
Mhm.
the game, you know how hard it is
Mhm.
sometimes. And so that's why I really like to talk to like other creators now. And like thank goodness like I have like now I made friends
Mhm.
in like the community. So that's really cool. So yeah, like those like the creators I like are friends now, like they work so hard. They work
Yeah.
really,
They
really,
work
really hard.
really hard.
And like their efforts really show in the videos. And like I know they're always thinking about it. And I really respect them for that.
Yeah.
And they're really passionate about this like whole creation thing. And they're not doing it for the money. Like I can
Yeah.
really tell. So, yeah. And yeah, it's like, yeah, they're like really
It's
making the effort.
yeah, it's not quick money for
Yeah,
sure.
it's definitely like not.
It's not an easy thing either. Like the amount of like mental, I don't know, the mental
Yeah,
struggle you have to go through and like you have to be really vulnerable
yeah.
and show all your weaknesses probably.
You don't have to, but
You don't
like
have to,
you
but
really don't have to. But I think it's like the mental part of like believing in yourself
yeah,
and what
it's
you're
true.
doing is like the biggest, I think. You don't
Yeah.
have to like be super like, you don't have to like pour your like self out in
Yeah.
camera and like on the internet. Like there's like different ways to show yourself.
Yeah.
But like I think like the mental part, like sometimes it like gets at people. And
Mhm.
like the one that we talked about, like comparison or like like imposter syndrome, like everything just like gets at you. But you have
It
to like kind of be
does.
strong, and you have to be like kind of used to it to like
Mhm.
get it over with, or have like a good support system, like you know like a
Yeah.
community who like actually really understands you, or like yeah, like I don't know, more so friends, but but like maybe like family members,
Yeah.
and like yeah,
As
friends
long
too.
as you're happy doing what you're doing and
Yeah.
like happy living life,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what's most important.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I think.
And so, you know, just keep doing you.
Yeah, so like if you are like really interested in like, making something, or like even like not like video creation, if it's like Etsy, or like, making your own podcast, or making digital products,
Mhm.
um or like even not even digitally, like I think like the very like the part when you start off is the hardest.
Yeah.
But like you just have to be like, oh yeah, this is just the process. It's gonna
Yeah.
get easier, and then it gets easier as you really keep on doing it. And then like your, I don't know, level, like your threshold will be like lower, so like
Mhm.
you don't have to put much effort into
Right.
everything.
Right.
So but the hardest part is like when you first start, because there's like a whole big
Yeah.
wall that you have to overcome.
Yeah.
And that is, I think, the hardest part.
The
Yeah.
big
The
wave.
big
The
wave.
first big wave is so hard.
Yeah, but it's really worth it. And I think like we're in this like day and age of like being like just letting people's like talents, because it's
Mhm.
so cool to see all these people's talents. There's
Yeah.
so many talented people in the world, and we can see them,
Yeah.
and like we can be inspired by them, and it's so cool. i'm really
It
i'm really happy
is.
that I'm like living here in this planet on this planet
As a
as
human.
a human being. It's so cool. So I hope like you find it kind of cool, and if you're like thinking of like starting something, like you can like let me know on Instagram too.
Yeah.
You can like DM me and I'll like be your cheerleader.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you do need a cheerleader to to start something new and big, and it's a big challenge, but
Yeah.
it's really, really worth it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Are we done?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think
think we like
so.
talked it out. We do need like definitely 40 minutes to like talk.
Whoa.
Yeah. This is cool. This is our therapy time.
So true.
Isn't it therapy? It's like
It
very
is very
therapeutic for
therapeutic.
us.
Just
So,
letting our feelings out.
yeah. So I hope you find it a little therapeutic too.
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay, we're done.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So I hope you guys are having a great day,
and a great life
and I'll see you guys
in
in
our
my
next
next
video.
video. Bye.
Bye.
See you.